There we go. Welcome back, guys, to Crunch Time, the show where you get the best NBA DFS picks each and every day. Today we have a nice 7-game slate. Just have to double check there. Joined as always with Chris over here, Chrissair DFS. How did NBA go for you yesterday? And then how are you doing today?
It went well on DK, not so well on FanDuel. It happens sometimes when the random guys go off, and then sometimes the chalk doesn't. So that's sort of what happened on FanDuel. We'll obviously go over the results. But yeah, I'm excited for today.
What happened to Devontae Graham? You say Graham. I say Graham.
Yeah,
You say
he got
Graham.
hurt. He hurt his knee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the halftime, right? Like he was walking off.
Yeah, he walked right off.
Yep. But yeah. As always, guys, go through the slate using dfscrunch.com. You guys know the drill. There's a 3-day free trial for all new members. Check that out. We have all sports here: main sports, FanDuel, DraftKings, niche sports as well. So definitely take advantage of the 3-day free trial while we have that up. But yeah, let's go over some success over in the Discord. How far back do I have to scroll? Let's see. Because we had some golf like right after the show yesterday. I think right here. Yeah, first up we have days of work. First place here in the pitching wedge. Do you want to go over this one, Chris?
Yeah, he went like, what do you go, 10x here, 11x, in the 25 cent, and then obviously in the other one was that like 30x, something like that. Yeah, just crazy stuff there.
Yeah. How many times has he shipped it since he's joined us? How many times have we seen him ship?
I don't know. I don't have an exact number, but definitely been doing well.
Yeah, I think you need at least 2 hands to count that one. Seems like it. I feel like he's killing it. Kind of crazy, but like the cool thing is he's doing it across a wide variety of sports. Golf here, MMA, NHL, college basketball. super crazy results there. You got Nick up here, also did the golf. We were kind of talking about these. Well, we opened the contest up, but it wasn't finished yesterday during the show. But yeah, this is also super good results here. Almost 10x here from Nick. Turn and burn here as well. I think, was this one golf? I'm guessing it is.
Probably MMA. That's what he posted it right after. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, MMA here, third place. So again, super great results there. Another screenshot with all the double ups there. We got Weaver here. Some esports, League of Legends action here. Says it's not much the point of showing off, but the projections are so sharp. I know nothing about this sport. In quotations, Chris, how do you feel about that sport in quotations? You used to be a league guy.
Yeah, it's not a sport, but it's an esport. So I'm definitely with him. It's not a sport, but I think it's a competitive environment. But yeah, definitely not a real sport.
Yeah. And we got more Nick here, some NASCAR. You watched this one. Apparently something happened at the end. I'm not much of a NASCAR guy. What happened, Chris?
Yeah, so at the end they all try to go to first place. So there's always action at the end. There was a crash. Yeah, just that's how it always goes. But it was a good ending.
Got it. Yeah, we got the hug here, 44 into 127. That's pretty good there, considering this one has Graham out as well. What do you think of it? What do you make of this lineup here? I think White went off, right?
Yeah, I wish Graham didn't go out. It would have changed the night completely. Just means Rozier wouldn't go as crazy, so that kind of sucked there. But you gotta roll with it, deal with it. That's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, still really good results there. 44 to 130 there. I got Trigger here. Small tournaments only for him the other day. Doubled up in the piggy bank. Fadeaway. I'm not sure why did they do this. Did we get a response from FanDuel there? Why did they limit it to 20 instead of 150?
No, I'm not sure.
Like I guess they have like the max entry. Like these were kind of the same. Probably a lot of people were entering them with the same lineups here. Maybe. I guess there was no 20 entry, like low budget, low stakes tournament. Maybe that's why they did that. Because you have like the other 20 entry one that's like $2.22. It's a bit more, but maybe that's why. Maybe they wanted just one big 150 one that everyone would do, and then like a 20 entry that's also low stakes. So maybe that's why. I don't know. But yeah, solid results there. Got Mornick here, NBA Showdown. A bit more than broke even, so that's pretty good. Got HBK here, only one emoji, so you know he broke even today. But yeah, got Chris here. Let's go over this one, Chris.
So NASCAR on FanDuel, NASCAR on DK, and then NBA on DraftKings. I went with Monk. I got lucky there with the Graham injury. But yeah, my team here is a little bit different than the optimal. But yeah, it got there. I think I swapped onto Birch once we got the Orlando news. So yeah, always gotta swap in NBA. It's definitely key.
Yeah. Pretty good results there. Let's see who's in the chat, guys. Welcome all to the show. Got Josh here, Rondo here, Royal King here, Brent, Evan here, KJ, Cody, Rondo again, and your boy Brandon. He says a little bit morose there. He says, did they die about the NASCAR crash, Chris?
Did he say that about the crash, or did he say that about the stream?
I think now he retracted the message. No, he sent that right after you said they crashed at the end.
No, they did not. They were definitely all good.
That's good to hear. The message was retracted, but it's recorded here in the VOD, so we all know what he said. Not sure if he wanted that one off the record, but anyway. Let's get into the slate, Chris. 7 games here.
Are we doing the 30 like thing?
We can.
I'm gonna go put some stuff in my hair, and I guess you can do that.
What are you putting in your hair today?
I don't know, some paste. We'll see what it looks like.
Okay. I guess we'll do the 30 like giveaway here. So if we get 30 likes, guys, we'll do a giveaway to the optimizer that we use every day for the show, dfscrunch.com. So 30 likes, we'll do a weekly pass giveaway here. All you have to do is just be here at the end of the show when we do that giveaway. Every 5 extra likes after 30 is one more giveaway. So 35 would be 2, 43, so on and so forth. Let's get to 30. That'd be fun. We did one yesterday, so that was pretty good. Haven't been hitting it the other days. Marketing here isn't on point right now, but I think that's on us. We'll fix that up. But I think we'll do 30 as the threshold today. We're not going to go down to 25, right, Chris?
Yeah, we're going to do 30.
Yeah. 7 games here, Chris. 14 teams. There's some injury news here, actually quite a bit of important news, I'd say. But let's get the big overview for the people right out of you. Who's out today? Like, who are the main pieces out today?
We got Kawhi out. We have Drummond out, obviously. Oladipo, Christian Wood. We got a bunch of guys out. Not going to go through the entire list, but I'm really interested to see the John Wall return to Washington. He's one of my favorite plays today on both sites, really. I'm probably going to lock him in tournaments too. I love this spot. I think he probably goes for 50 plus here. So yeah, I love John Wall today. He's probably going to be my favorite play, just based off of narrative alone.
Wait, the narrative bit you last time though with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, but this is fresh out of the. This is like first game back in Washington. He obviously has a ton of ton of memories there. Did a lot for the city and the organization. So yeah, I'm very excited for that revenge game right there. That's one of the revenge games that I always play. It's like the Kobe last game against Utah, stuff like that. You just don't pass up on stuff like this.
Well, we'll see. Like, if the optimizer does the optimizer like the narrative right now?
Yeah, he's pretty cheap on both sites, really. No Oladipo. They're playing Washington, so I mean it's one of the best matchups, anyways. So yeah, just on top of that, the narrative, everything is falling into place in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I think last time we did the narrative with KD, it wasn't the optimal. Kevin Durant was not. It was the 2v2. Was it Wiggins? What was it? Wiggins and
Yeah, but a little different there. It's like KD's game first game back in OKC. KD has been out for like 2 years, so it's
yeah.
not like he was traded this past summer. And yeah, it's obviously John Wall's first and only other organization.
Yeah. How about the Raptors, Chris, going after Drummond there? That's huge. Drummond sitting today because of trade talks here. How soon do you think we could get that deal done, Chris? Ship him over to Toronto.
Probably in the next, I don't know, maybe next day or so. I expect he's going to be moved if someone wants to pay the price for him.
I'd gladly pay the price for him. Put him in a good system. He'll thrive. He's never had a role where he wasn't like one of the big main guys, right?
Who?
Drummond.
That's the only role he's had. That's why he's so awful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we don't know how he'd do in like a smaller role, do we?
Oh no, we haven't had him in the role that he should have, where he's just rebounding.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe in that role he'd be pretty good.
Didn't you say bigger role?
No, I'm saying we've only had him in like a bigger role. We haven't had him in a position where he wasn't in a big role as like the main high usage guy.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not getting my hopes up there.
No, he's a rebounding machine. If he can get like 20 rebounds a game, that's good. But yeah, your boy Brandon says he only retracted the message because Rondo retracted. I didn't see what Rondo said there. Turner likes the hair gel, Chris. Stated Wizzy's in here.
Turner, he got on to me last time for it.
No hair gel?
Yeah, so yeah, I think so.
Is it time for a haircut for you?
Yeah, I think I'm getting one tomorrow.
Get some fresh lettuce. Stated Wizzy says excited for that game. Washington guy.
I'm excited to see what Stadia Wizzy says about that. I'm sure he probably agrees with me that John Wall probably comes out like super aggressive this whole entire game, and I mean probably has a really good game here.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what he says as well when we get into that game. Brandon says every time I play the narrative, it busts like 80 back to New Orleans. Yeah, maybe we can confirm if Brandon's playing the narrative today, or if he's not. If he's not, it's definitely a good one to play.
I think he probably will.
Probably won't.
Probably will.
Yeah. Rural King says revenge games are overrated. Yeah, Brandon says Drummond sucks. Good luck in Toronto. Powell over Drummond.
Yeah, he's from Detroit, or he's from Michigan. So yeah, he knows all about Drummond.
Let's go. Okay, let's get into the slate. First game, Chris, Chicago against Indiana here. Let me just load it up. Chicago side first, Otto Porter, Adam Mukoka, and Chandler Hutchinson are all out for them. Wendell Carter Jr. questionable. Projected starters, Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Garrett Temple, Patrick Williams, and Daniel Gafford. Any interest at all in these Bulls, Chris?
No, not really. Like it's a decent game environment here, but we have better spots. We have places where there are injuries. Wendell Carter's obviously questionable now. If he's in, that bumps down guys like Thad Young, Patrick Williams a little bit. Obviously Markkanen is still out, so it's still a decent spot for like Pat Williams and maybe Denzel Valentine, but I don't know. These guys they're all too thin for me on this slate where we have a ton of value. If you want to play Zach LaVine, I think he's a little too expensive on FanDuel, more of a play on DK for 9.2K, but I'm probably gonna land elsewhere. These guys are all probably tournament only for me as of now.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to say I kind of like the 7-game slate. Not too big, not too small. So maybe 7 is like my sweet spot. I feel good about this one. Feel like you can like kind of you have like a good grasp over everything when you're building max entry tournaments here with 7. It's not too small, so it's not too duplicate there, not too chalky, but not too big as well. Let's see. Al Smith in here says, would love a shot at the giveaway. Thanks for the content, fellas. Yep. So just 30 likes, we'll do the giveaway. Hopefully we do that. We were pretty good with it at the start when we did it, but last week not so much. Amfer in here, happy Monday all. Charlie Cole says, yo, as always. What's up, Charlie? Yeah, Pacers side, Chris. Over there we have Doug McDermott, questionable for them. Projected starters, Brogdon, Justin Holiday, McDermott, Sabonis, and Turner. Anyone you like here against the Bulls? Usually like to target the Bulls. Is this the case here as well?
Yeah, so I always say I like to target bigs against the Bulls. So it's not really different here with Sabonis. I really like him a lot in tournaments probably. He's not popping a lot in cash games or in optimals, I mean. So that means he's not really popping for cash games. He's 9.1K over on DraftKings. I think on FanDuel he's 9.6. So it's a pretty fair price tag for him. I think that's probably where he should be. But I mean, this matchup is really good. Like I said, I think he probably has 55, 60 point upside here. So I do have a lot of interest in him in tournaments. He's my favorite guy on this team. Miles Turner, maybe you could take some shots on him. He's usually the low-owned big on the Pacers here. He's very, very volatile. He can have a ceiling game of like 50. He can have a floor game of 10. So you never know what you're really going to get. But yeah, those are the two main guys for me on the Pacers.
Okay. Let me load up the next game here. Houston and Washington. This is the one that you're excited about, the narrative. Give me 1 second. Before I get into it, see some comments here. Steady Wizzy says, Wall just did an interview yesterday where he said, it'll be some faces I can't wait to see and others, you know what it is. What do you make of that one, Chris?
Yeah, probably the second part of that statement, probably something about like maybe the GM, the owner. I think they had some problems. I don't remember exactly myself. Obviously, I don't keep track of them too much, but yeah, I'm excited for that, as I keep saying.
Yeah, Speed Racer says, hey, I'm the guy who didn't get the verification code. How can you fix that? I think I sent you a message on Discord. I can't open it now, but I just need your email. Maybe if you send me like the first letter or 2 of your email in the YouTube chat, I can just send you the code in the YouTube chat and then you can paste that in there. So if you want to do that, I can do that here. I just can't open Discord now because otherwise Chris will disappear on the video. So just give me like the first letter or 2 in your email and then I'll get it for you. But yeah, Al Smith says, can I hit like 30 times myself? Chris, can that happen?
I don't know. Can it?
No, I don't think it would let you. But if you could do it, I think on medium.com you can do that with the claps. You can clap like 150 times or something. But yeah, question here from Stady says, thoughts on Sato for 3.9.
I'm okay with it. Like it's not my favorite play here. He's been playing decently in his last 4 games. I honestly haven't really considered it. I think it's probably a little too thin for me. We just have a lot of plays that I think I'm prioritizing over that. Like on FanDuel, I think point guard's a spend up position, as it usually is. On DK, he's 4.6, so that's a little too expensive for me. But yeah, I'm not really on it today, honestly.
Okay. Let's get into this game here then. Houston side first. Christian Wood and Oladipo both out for them. Projected starters for Houston, we have John Wall, Eric Gordon, Tate, Tucker, and Cousins. Let's see, Cousins, 32% here, Chris. Do you think he's the guy you want him to be still?
Yeah, I really like him here. He's 6.2K over on FanDuel. On DK, he also got a little decrease. He was around 7K. He's also 6.2K. Sorry, he's 6-1 on FanDuel, but yeah, really, really good price tag there. Um, like he crushes, but the thing is, he hasn't been seeing too many minutes. Last game, they actually didn't play him his second quarter run, so maybe they have some sort of thing where they're only playing him 3 quarters of the game. Because before they weren't playing him in the fourth. Then, like I said, last game they didn't play him in the second quarter. So, I mean, if he gets his like normal run with all 4 quarters, he's gonna crush this price tag. It's a very good matchup against the Wizards. As we all know, they're one of the best teams to target. They don't play much defense. They play very fast. So I love Cousins today on both sites. If you want to fade him in tournaments and kind of hope that he doesn't play that full rotation, I don't mind that take. It's something I'm considering, or maybe just limiting him, matching him with the field. That's what I'm considering. But yeah, I'm definitely going to play him in cash games as of now, unless we get some other value open up. Outside of him, obviously John Wall. I was talking about him a ton earlier. I think he's a lock for me on both sites. On FanDuel, he's 7.7K. On DraftKings, he's 7.5K. Yeah, I just love this spot against the Wizards here for him. No Oladipo, so he's gonna have the ball in his hands like almost the entire game when he's out there. So yeah, I love this price tag. I love the matchup. I love the narrative here. John Wall is probably a lock for me. And then another guy is someone like Eric Gordon. I don't really mind him as sort of a last piece in cash games. 6.2K on FanDuel. On DK, 6.4K. I'm not as interested really, just because like I think it's going to be the John Wall show. So I think that hurts Eric Gordon a little bit. But like I said, if you're landing there as a last piece, probably don't mind that play. And then I think we have some decent value guys here on DraftKings. On Houston, guys like Danwell House, 4.3K. Jayshawn Tate, he's obviously been starting at the power forward, 4.6K. If you want to use them as sort of last pieces on DK in cash games, I have no problems with that. But I mean, my main priorities are the big guys in Wall and Cousins.
Okay. That's kind of a long one there, Chris, from you.
Yeah, they're one of my favorite teams today. They're playing the Wizards. Usually long when I talk about teams playing the Wizards, Bulls, Kings. Yeah.
Yeah. Great content. Let's see. Al Smith says, love Denny Avdia today on FanDuel tonight for small forward. What do you think of that one, Chris? Should we wait until we get into Washington?
No, I'm not really. I wouldn't have talked about him. He didn't start yesterday, but he was playing over Garrison Matthews. Garrison Matthews started. So maybe if Denny gets to start here, obviously Garrison Matthews is questionable. I'll have some interest, but if he's not starting, I'm definitely not going to do it in cash games. But it's probably a decent tournament option there in this fast-paced game.
Yeah. I think we got the code sorted out for Speed Racer here. See what else we got. Royal King says, God, I hate Tucker. He's so awful. Yeah, I don't like watching him play. I don't know why. It seems like he's always complaining in Houston. Like he's always got his hands out, crying to the refs. Him and Eric Gordon. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of him, Chris? He used to be a Raptor too. Not really a fan.
I used to like him when he was on the Suns and the Raptors, but yeah, I mean he's a little old now. He's obviously he's been all over the world playing basketball. So everything he got was earned, I think. But yeah, he's kind of washed now.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he says guy has one hell of a sneaker collection. I'll give him that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think he brought it to the Orlando bubble as well, supposedly, like to his hotel. Ridiculous. So anyway, says Eric Gordon might be a sneaky play, Chris. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mentioned him. I mean, he could be sneaky if John Wall isn't really as, I don't know, aggressive as I'm thinking. But like I said, I think it's going to be the John Wall show. So Eric Gordon's probably only the last piece for me today. But yeah, he's been really good recently.
Yeah. Do you think I need to close my curtain? Is it too dark or is it fine?
No, it's fine.
That's fine. Okay. Let's go Washington side then. Garrison Matthews, Anthony Gill, questionable for them. Ish Smith out. Russ is probable. Projected starters, we have Russell Westbrook, Brad Beal, Garrison Matthews, Rui Hachimura, and Mo Wagner. Anyone you like here, Chris?
Yeah, so I really like Brad Beal in tournaments on DraftKings. His price tag is much better there, 8.9K. So this is going to be the first game that Russell Westbrook is actually playing in the second half of a back-to-back all season. So I mean, if Russ was out as he has been, we would have a ton of interest in Beal in all formats on both sites. But with Russ playing, Beal's not really as much of a priority. But I mean, I really like his price tag on DraftKings for 8.9K. I love playing Wall and Beal on both sides of this game. Yeah, I can't wait to watch this game. I can't wait to watch the matchup of Wall versus Beal. Obviously, we saw it earlier on in the season, but that game was in Houston, so I don't think it really carried the same amount of emotions for both sides. So yeah, I really like Beal here in tournaments on DK. Outside of him, Westbrook is someone I'm maybe targeting on FanDuel. He's 9K over there, so a little cheaper than DK. I think he's a fine option. He's been playing, like, his minutes have kind of been pretty sporadic, but I mean, I don't know. He does a little bit of everything still. He can't shoot, but he gets a ton of rebounds, assists, always near the triple double mark. So if you want to play him for 9K in your cash games, it's definitely a pretty safe play. Obviously, it's a revenge matchup for him against Houston as well. So if you want to take that into account, that narrative, I have no problems with that. But I do prefer Westbrook a little more on FanDuel than DraftKings today.
Okay, let's go into the next game. Atlanta against the Knicks. Atlanta side first, Rajon Rondo, Chris Dunn, and Bogdanovich all out for them. And then Tony Snell also doubtful. Projected starters, Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, Cam Reddish, John Collins, and Clint Capella. Anybody you like here, Chris, on Atlanta against the Knicks?
So I just want to touch on one thing I forgot for the Wizards. If Wagner starts again, he started yesterday. His price tag of 3.2K on DraftKings really stands out to me. I think that might be a good value piece in cash games. Obviously, if he's starting again, only 3.2 on DK, so that's super interesting there. And then on Atlanta here, it's not really a game I want to target. They're playing the Knicks. They're always in the lowest total. So I'm not too interested in the Hawks here, really.
Okay. Okay, New York then, we have Frank Ntilikina out for them. Projected starters, Alfred Payton, RJ Barrett, Bullock, Randall, and Noel. Anyone you like there, or just not a game at all you're interested in, or is it just Randall?
Yeah, so obviously we have Mitchell Robinson out, so I do have a ton of interest in Nerlens Noel. He's still only 4.8K over on FanDuel. They didn't really price him up. On DK also, he's 4.4K. So I really like that price tag over on both sites, really. In cash games, I think it's a pretty safe play. He played 32 minutes last game in his start, so I do think there's a really safe floor with him. So he's definitely on my radar today. It's a pretty good matchup against the Hawks. It's a pace-up spot for the Knicks. So we do like it when slow teams are in pace-up spots. And then conversely, obviously the Hawks are in a pace-down spot. That's why I didn't have interest in them. But yeah, Noel really stands out. Julius Randle as well. I like him a lot. He's 8.6 on FanDuel, 8.7 on DK. We know he's the main guy here for the Knicks. He has the ball in his hands a lot. He plays a lot of minutes. They've been kind of down recently. They've had a few blowout wins, but I mean, in a close game, he should see at least 36, 37 minutes. So I do have interest in Julius Randle, mostly in tournaments, but if you land there as the last piece in your cash games at power forward, I have no problems with that.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go into the next game. We have Philadelphia against the Utah Jazz. Philadelphia side first. Joel Embiid questionable. Shake Milton is out for them. Projected starters: Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. What do you think of the Sixers today, Chris, against the Jazz here?
So the Sixers, like this. I think this is going to be a really fun game to watch. From like a watching standpoint, these are the best teams in the league. Obviously, Utah's first in the West, Philly's first in the East. So definitely could be maybe a finals matchup. Obviously, it's not likely because there are better teams that Vegas projects. But I mean, these are both the first place teams right now. So that's kind of interesting in my opinion. And then for the Sixers here, it's usually just Joel Embiid. He's obviously questionable today, so we'll have to wait on that. But I mean, I think he's going to play here. Um, so I do have some interest in him. Simmons and Harris, not too interested. Danny Green and Seth Curry, maybe if you need someone for value. I think they're priced a little better over on FanDuel. They're a little cheaper there. So if you want to land, or I mean, if you land on someone around 4-1 at shooting guard or 3-7 at small forward, I don't mind one of these two guys on FanDuel as sort of a cash game value piece. But I mean, I'm probably going to do everything I can not to play these guys, just because Embiid is really the big dog here. So yeah, he's my guy.
I see a comment here from Royal King says, I like Simmons for tonight.
He likes Simmons what?
For tonight.
Oh, he likes Simmons for tonight. Yeah, I mean I don't know, he's a little volatile. That's my only problem with him. Like we have guys like Russell Westbrook in the same price range, even Kyrie Irving for a little bit more. Obviously, KD is out, so I just like other guys a little more. And I also obviously go down to John Wall.
Yep. Okay, let's go do the other half here. Utah Jazz side. We have Mike Conley out for them. And then the projected starters, Donovan Mitchell, Jingle Joe, Bogdanovich, Royce O'Neal, and Rudy Gobert. Yeah, who do you like here, Chris, against the Sixers?
So against the Sixers here.
Wait, before you do,
we do
what's the spread here? Because we don't have this game here, so I actually don't see it.
It's 7.5 right now, in favor of the Jazz. So Vegas definitely likes the Jazz. This is actually the second highest spread of the entire slate. The Cleveland Golden State game is first. This is second in terms of largest spread. But still, I kind of like it. Regardless, so Conley's out again here. So we do have interest in some guys on FanDuel. It's sort of the same guys we've had interest in the last few days. It's Jordan Clarkson and Joe Ingles. They haven't been priced up too much. Clarkson is still 5.5K over on FanDuel. Ingles is 4.9K. So I really like those guys for cash games. I think they provide a pretty safe floor, just with the amount that they handle the ball. Then obviously Clarkson shoots a ton. So I do like them a lot in my cash games. Even in tournaments, I think they have some sort of ceiling here. So those are my two main value guys. And then Donovan Mitchell is more in play over on DK. He's 8K there. On FanDuel, he's 8.3K. But shooting guard it's kind of stacked on FanDuel. Obviously, we have James Harden for 10.6, and then we have Jordan Clarkson for 5.5, I just mentioned. So Donovan Mitchell kind of falls out of it on FanDuel. But on DK, where we can kind of shuffle the lineups around with the positions, Donovan Mitchell stands out to me at 8K in this matchup against the Sixers. They're implied to score 117 points, so it should be mostly coming from, I mean, not obviously mostly coming from him, but a lot of the production will come from Donovan Mitchell. He has the ball in his hands a lot. He's been playing really well in his last 4 games ever since Conley went out. So, yeah, he's my guy on DK.
Okay. Got a question here from George. He's asking, who do you like for cash at power forward on FanDuel?
On FanDuel?
Yeah.
I like guys like Jarrett Allen, Nerlens Noel, Serge Ibaka, maybe JaVale McGee if you want to go down very low. But yeah, I like Jarrett Allen, Noel, and Ibaka the best. I think it's like a mid-range spend down sort of position.
Yeah, I mean, sort by value, click power forward, all these guys that you mentioned here. Wait, you didn't mention McGee? You don't like McGee at all?
No, I mentioned McGee. Like, if you want to spend down, I'm fine with him. But I said my main interests were Noel, Allen, and Ibaka.
You could probably make a pretty solid revenge narrative team here. I don't know if there's a revenge there for McGee, but you could make one, couldn't you? You can make a case for it.
He was on the Lakers last, so he already had his first blood revenge game against the Warriors.
Yeah, maybe he holds grudges for a while. You never know. Um, yeah, let's go next game. Cleveland Cavaliers against the Golden State Warriors. Cleveland side first. We have Taurean Prince questionable for them. Drummond out for them with the trade talks there. Kevin Love also out. And then projected starters, we have Garland, Sexton, Okoro, Prince, and Jarrett Allen. Yeah, I guess with Drummond being out for them now, Chris, Jarrett Allen's sort of solidifying his role there as the main big. Is his price tag fair for him today, or are we just not interested in the Cavs that much?
Yeah, so we're actually very interested in the Cavs here. I mean, when a big part of the team goes out, we have interest in them. So Jarrett Allen, like this guy's going to just shoot up in price tag without Drummond there. He's going to just take over that entire role. He's 6'9" on FanDuel. On DraftKings, he's 6'7", so I think it's still a decent price tag for him. I kind of like it a little more on FanDuel, even though it's more there. I just think the way power forward is, I think it's a good place to spend up. So he's my guy. He's my main guy on FanDuel, and then we have some interest in guys like Garland and Sexton. Like this is a really good matchup against the Warriors. The only problem is there's a pretty large spread of 9.5 favoring the Warriors right now, but it's a pace-up spot for the Cavs here. So Sexton for 6'8" on DraftKings, 6'5" on FanDuel. I do like that price tag quite a bit. I really like it in tournaments as well. I think he could have a big game here. Obviously he chucks, and then the Warriors, they don't play. I mean, they play really fast. They don't play great defense. Might have like Wiggins on him, so it's a bit of a tough matchup. But I mean, if this game stays close, it's probably going to be because of Sexton. So I really have a lot of interest in him in tournaments. Garland as well. I think he's also interesting. I had him in my DK lineup yesterday. He played really well. He's 5.5K on both sites, so definitely don't mind that as sort of a last piece, or tournaments if you want to go there. And then two more guys that I'll mention. Chetty Osman over on DK. He's 3.3K, so only 300 over the minimum. He was kind of falling out of the rotation before yesterday, and then obviously Drummond was out yesterday. Osman played 25 minutes, so yeah, that Drummond being out helps him a little bit with his minutes. So if you're landing on someone like Osman as your last piece in DK, I definitely have no problems with him. I mentioned someone like Mo Wagner. There's a 100 price difference between the two. If you want to play Wagner over Chetty, no problems with that either. And then JaVale McGee is the last guy I'll mention here. He's 200 over the minimum on FanDuel, 3.7K, and 100 over the minimum on DraftKings, 3.1K. I think he's much easier to get over on DK just because we can, like I always say, we can jam these guys into different positions with the multi-position eligibility. So yeah, I really like McGee on DraftKings.
Okay, seeing some questions pop up here. Royal King says, any thoughts on Lou Will, being that Paul George and Kawhi both out?
Yeah, he's obviously a really good play. He's a little expensive though. 6'6" on FanDuel, 6'4" on DK. I mean, it's obviously like, I don't know. Like, what do you think about Lou Will here?
Sorry, what was his price tag? I haven't got into this game yet, but let's see. You said too expensive?
No, not really. He's been playing really well. It's just that I don't know. It's hard for me to pay that much. It just feels like he hasn't been too good this season, but he's had a really good last 5 or 6 games. So I don't have a definitive answer. I definitely think he's a fine play. But it's not someone that I'm just going out of my way to jam him in. But I definitely have no problems with him in either format on either site.
He just has to get on FanDuel 34 to hit value, 33 to hit value.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said earlier, shooting guard is stacked. We have Harden for 10-6. We have Jordan Clarkson for 5-5. So that's why I'm a little iffy.
Might be a good tournament pivot there, though, because like you said, the price tag here would probably make your build a bit different if you just have like this one. This is one of your differences. Might give you a bit of a different construction, no?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what we project him at closer to lock. I mean, like I said, he's been crushing.
Yeah, I think for tournaments interested, but like you said, for cash, definitely I think safer plays for sure. Um, but yeah, still viable I think for tournaments definitely. But yeah, George here says Kyrie, Simmons, Westbrook, or Fox cash FanDuel. If you had to pick between one, Chris.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Yeah, Kyrie, Simmons, Russell Westbrook, or Fox.
For FanDuel cash,
Yeah,
I'll say I'll say Kyrie is my favorite, but if you're going point per dollar, I'll say Westbrook. I think you could use that 600 extra dollars elsewhere to make your build better. But if it was just straight up, I would say Kyrie.
yep. Peter here says Lou Will season. You love Lou Will, Chris.
Yeah, I like Lou Will a lot, but I don't know. Like I said, just the way maybe more of a play on DK for me. I don't know. I love him, but I'm kind of stumped on this decision here.
Yeah. Ampher says Torian Prince questionable tag also for Chetty playing more. Good for Chetty.
Yeah.
Yep. Question here from Sadie says, would you do max one of McGee and Allen as a group?
Yeah, I would. We saw yesterday that they weren't seeing the floor together at all. So I mean, I assume that's going to be the case again against the Warriors, who play small with their big guys out. So yeah, I would definitely set a group like that.
Yeah, and then Stadia also asks, is Garland in a good spot today?
Yeah, yeah, against the Warriors here, I kind of mentioned him. He's 5-5 on both sites. Yeah, I do like that as sort of a last piece. Even in tournaments, like I think he can get you like 35 fantasy points, maybe 40. And that's definitely enough at his price tag to be in the optimal winning lineup today.
Yep. And then David Correa here says Terrence Mann as a punt shooting guard.
Yeah, I mean, like I keep saying, shooting guard is kind of loaded, but I mean, on any other slate, 3.8K here on FanDuel for Terrence Mann, on DK 3.8K as well. Yeah, really good spot with Pat Bev and Kawhi out.
Yep. And then KJ here says Westbrook is going to go crazy. He's very confident in that one, Chris.
Yeah, he's kind of been on. KJ, whenever he says a guy, usually they go off. He had Steph Curry twice in a row. I guess now he has Westbrook.
Dindo over here says Blake may never dunk again.
Yeah, I'm more likely to dunk than Blake.
I'm with you on that one, I think. That's a good one, Chris. But yeah, let's wrap up this game here. Golden State Warriors side, we got Draymond Green as probable, and then Kevon Looney and James Wiseman out for them. Projected starters, Steph Curry, Kelly Oubre, Andrew Wiggins, Toscano Anderson, and Green. Yeah, Green's price tag here is definitely up from earlier in the season, playing a bit better. Anyone here you like, Chris, for cash or tournaments?
I'm interested in some of these guys. I'm not too interested in Steph Curry today. He's 9-9 on DraftKings, so that's a fine price tag. But 10-5 on FanDuel is a little too expensive for me. But I do like Wiggins a lot on DraftKings. Actually, 6.3K. His Vegas props look pretty good. He gets you a few steals and blocks every game. So I definitely don't mind Wiggins for 6.3K. As sort of a last piece on DK and cash games. Same sort of thing for Kelly Oubre. He's 6.5 on DK, 6.7 I believe on FanDuel. So I'm more on these wings here with Oubre and Wiggins today. So yeah, I'm fine with them as last pieces, and then Steph Curry in DK tournaments, I'm good with that as well.
Okay, let's get into the game everyone's talking about here. Clippers side, lots of interest there. Let's do Miami side first, though. Over there, we have Gabe Vincent probable, Chris Silva, Goran Dragic are out for them. Projected starters: Kendrick Nunn, Butler, Robinson, Olynyk, and Adebayo. What's the spread here? Is it supposed to be a close game? 4-point spread? Yeah, Yeah, who do you like here, Chris?
Yeah, the spread is 3 right now, favoring the Heat. Um, so whenever I talk about the Heat, it's usually just the main guys in Bam and Jimmy. I do like Jimmy Butler here a lot, really on both sides. He's 8.2 on DraftKings, 8.9 on FanDuel. He's been playing really well all season. I feel like I've been saying that every time we talk about the Heat. Last game they were in a blowout, so his minutes were kind of down. He only played 32. Only got like 38 fantasy points, but still, his floor is really insane. Always seems to get there. So he's probably my main guy on the Heat. Bam as well. I always like some Bam. Yeah, I'm not interested in their other guys like Hero, Nunn, Olynyk, Robinson. They're not really standing out to me today, so it's mostly going to be Butler for me today.
Okay. KJ here says Steph always a good tournament play. You always like Steph in tournaments, right, Chris?
Yeah, I do.
Yep. Yeah, World King here says, yeah, can't really go wrong with Curry. Rondo's asking, why are the Hawks trading John Collins? Would they rather play Gallo? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a contract thing. Are they trading him for sure? Are they shopping him? Because they didn't re-sign him. So I think it's a contract thing.
Yeah. But in terms of fit for the team, you think he's fine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do Clippers side here. So we had a lot of questions about the Clippers.
I think you have to refresh your page. You still have Kawhi and Lou Will in there.
Got it. Yeah, lots of questions for the Clippers side here with their main guys being out and Pat Bev as well. So Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Pat Bev, all out for them. Daniel Oturu also out for them. Projected starters, we have Reginald Jackson, Lou Will, Luke Kennard, Nick Batum, and Serge Ibaka. Let me just put up the filters back here for this game. But yeah, Chris, talked about Lou Will a bit on FanDuel, not so much on DraftKings. Yeah, what do you think of Lou Will today, Chris, with all their guys being out here?
Yeah, so like I said, it's a really good spot for Lou Will. I mean, so our projection's updated now. Now he's popping a lot in almost all the builds. So yeah, really good spot here. I wasn't sure if you would have this high of a projection, but yeah, clearly he does. So I'm just gonna go with the optimizer here and trust it. So yeah, Lou Will on both sides, really good play. But someone I kind of like a little more is Reggie Jackson on both sides. He's 4.6 on FanDuel, 4.9 on DraftKings. We project him to start, right?
Reggie Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, so he's been playing around 30 minutes in these games without Paul George and Kawhi. Obviously, he had the two big games against Atlanta and Miami when this same situation happened. No Pat Bev either, so that helps him. So he's probably my favorite Clipper today. Lou Will's, he's pretty volatile in my opinion. Obviously, he's been crushing, but yeah, he's still a little volatile in my opinion. We also have guys like Ibaka. He's 5.4 on FanDuel. On DK's 5K flat. I think he's also in a good spot. So we'll kind of go over more of them when we get into the optimals, just because they're kind of popping around everywhere. Yeah, so I mean, I really like the Clippers here. Really good spot without Kawhi and Paul George, obviously, and then no Pat Bev. So yeah, that pretty much does it.
In terms of like tournament plays here, because we had a lot of questions there. Who would you like here? Like we had some talk about Terrence Mann, close to minimal price here on FanDuel. Luke Kennard also close to minimum price. Any interest in any of those guys? Like, I guess in tournaments, do you think they have a shot of some sort of upside game here at all? Like, what would it take for that?
Yeah, so I think the top 3 guys here on this list, in Reggie, Ibaka, and Lou Will, are all going to be popular. So yeah, if in tournaments, I do like some of these other guys like Kennard, Mann. I like Marcus Morris a lot as well. I think he was absolutely going crazy yesterday. At least in the first half, he had like 25 at the half. I think he finished with 40. So yeah, he's probably my favorite tournament option from this team. I think he probably goes the most underowned relative to the rest of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right with that one. He is one of the lower guys here projected. Yeah. Is this supposed to be a close game, Chris?
Yes, it's only a 3-point spread right now.
Okay. Do you like that spread there? Yeah. Okay. Seeing some comments here. Rondo about your Collins thing. He says not sure, but looking. Stadia Wizzy's asking any groups for the Clippers, specifically Lou Will and Reggie Jackson.
I don't know. Like they started together yesterday. I expect them to start again together here today. Um, like I always say with these groups, if you're playing 150 max, you can set one like that. But anything smaller, I think it's fine to play them both.
Okay. And then, yeah, your boy Brandon's laughing, Chris. Dina says Gallo like a southern Ginobili.
Yeah, Italian boy.
Yeah, last game here of the slate, we have the Brooklyn Nets against the Sacramento Kings. Brooklyn side first, we have Shump out for them, Kevin Durant out for them, DeAndre Jordan marked as probable. Projected starters here, we have Kyrie, Harden, Harris, Green, and Jordan. Anyone on the Nets, Chris, that you like? You mentioned Kyrie before. You also mentioned Harden as well. Is it just their main guys that you're going after? Anybody else?
No, it's just the main guys in Kyrie and James Harden. I'll start with Harden. He's 10-6 on FanDuel. On DK, he's 10.7K, so it's a little harder to get to him. But I mean, he's in a smash spot here without KD playing. This is the high total game of the slate. It's at 242.5. They're implied to score 123 points. So this is definitely going to be where most people spend up, especially in cash games. So yeah, I love Harden. Kyrie as well, 9.6 on FanDuel. DK is cheaper at 9K. So I think in terms of ownership, Harden's going to be the guy on FanDuel. Kyrie's going to be the guy on DK. But I really like them both. Like I always say, we love to target the Kings. So we get Brooklyn when they're shorthanded against the Kings. So yeah, I really like Harden and Kyrie here, but that's not really a hot take. I think everyone's going to think that way. Outside of them, if you want to play someone like Joe Harris, he's 4.9K on FanDuel. I don't really mind that price tag. On DK, he's 5.4K, so maybe a little bit too much for me over there. Bruce Brown, if he gets the start, 3.9 on FanDuel, 4.1 on DK. I don't mind that in tournaments. Obviously, he's pretty good point per minute, but he's only been seeing around like 20 to 25 minutes, even in his starts. So yeah, my main interest comes from Kyrie and Harden here.
Okay. Question here from Charlie. Cole says, what do you think Blake Griffey will do?
What do I think Blake Griffey? Ken Griffey?
Says Blake Griffey.
Where do I think he'll go?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe somewhere like Brooklyn. I don't know. Maybe I don't think he even probably doesn't deserve to be on an NBA team right now.
Yeah. You don't think so? Send him to the Gatorade League overseas, or just retire?
I mean, he's making a lot of money, so I don't think he's going to retire. But yeah, he's probably going to go to some. He's probably going to go to some contender. Yeah, maybe the Nets. I don't know.
Okay. Royal King says Kyrie moved to shooting guard now. Harden is primary ball handler.
Yeah. Just like in real life positions.
Got it. Yeah. What do you think of that? Do you think that's better for the Nets? Better for Harden, or?
Yeah, Harden's been crushing. He's been getting like some ridiculous assist numbers. He got 16 last game. Yeah, and then Kyrie's obviously a bona fide scorer. So yeah, I think it works out for them.
Yeah. Dakota here says Holmes should smash if no Bagley. Yeah, let's get into this half here. Bagley is questionable. And then projected starters, De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes, Bagley, if he is in, and Holmes at the center position. Yeah, what do you think about Bagley, Chris, here? What's the latest there? Do you know?
So he's questionable. We'll have to wait and see. He didn't play last game, I don't think. yeah, he didn't play last game or the game before, so I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be in or out. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll get the news in 4 minutes with the injury report, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be more of a game time decision. But yeah, like I said, I mean, like who was that? Dakota. Yeah, I think like Dakota said, Holmes is pretty interesting here, especially if Begley's out. It's a really good matchup against the Nets. We love to target players against them. I really like Fox as well. He's 8.8 over on DK. On FanDuel, he's 8.7K. So I think those are really fair price tags for him in this spot against the Brooklyn Nets. So he's going to be my favorite guy. Buddy Hield, someone else that's a decent target. He's a little expensive now, 6.8 on both sites. So I think most of my interest really comes from Fox here.
Okay. Let's see what else we got here. We got Huggin here. Says, hey dude, got in late time to smash. You ready for it, Chris? Time to smash? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dakota says he should do TikToks. Is this for Bagley?
Begley, maybe me. I don't know.
Yeah, you're due for the TikTok. I don't know if we'll get it. Not sure what you're waiting on. But yeah, let's go over the three pillars of the day, Chris. Yeah. Yep. So yeah. So we'll do the three plays here. First one is Chris's overall favorite play of the day, both cash and tournaments. Then his favorite value play of the day, both cash and tournaments, and then just his favorite tournament play of the day, both sides. So first up, FanDuel, Chris, who's your overall play of the day here?
It's going to be James Harden for 10-6 without KD in. Really good game environment. He's been playing really well recently. I think he's probably about 1,500 too cheap.
Okay. Dakota was talking about Blake Griffin for the TikToks, Chris.
Oh yeah, Blake Griffin. Yeah, maybe he's going to be an actor, maybe a comedian, something like that.
Okay, then your value play of the day on FanDuel, who do you have?
Let's go with Nerlens Noel for 4.8K. You should see at least 30 minutes here against the Hawks. So yeah, he's going to be popular though.
Yeah, just some big news here. I don't know if it is big, Chris, but Lethal Kronos here. I also see it here. He says Westbrook's going to have his minutes monitored. Coach Brooks said Westbrook feels great, but the team will, in quotations, monitor his minutes on the back-to-back. Coach Brooks also said that Westbrook is simply pushing to play in a back-to-back since it's a game against his former team.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Like, Scott Brooks is an awful coach. I think he'll play Russell Westbrook his normal minutes, so it doesn't really concern me. I mean, maybe in cash games I'm not going to go there anymore, but in tournaments I still have no problems with him. We also got news that Wagner and Matthews are starting today, so I mean, like I said, if you want to play Wagner for 3-2 on DK, I definitely think that's a viable last piece in cash games.
Yeah, Ronald's saying SGA out. I don't think they're playing today.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. Okay, and then so yeah, we have your overall favorite play of the day here is Harden. We have your value play as Nerlens Noel, and then what's your tournament play of the day? The one that's gonna ship the tournament here.
I'll say De'Aaron Fox. He might be a little popular here. Obviously, he's the best guy on the Kings. People always target players against the Nets, so he might be a little popular. But I really like him here. He's not popping in too many builds right now, but yeah, I really like the spot here.
Yep. Okay, I'll do same thing here on DraftKings. Before I do that, interesting question here from Stadia Wizzy. He says, do we target Miami guys with the Clippers missing their best defenders in Paul George, Kawhi Leonard there, and what's his face?
Really?
Yeah, Pat Bev.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, I'm good with Butler. Like I said, it's still the main guys for the Heat, but yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a bump up for guys like Butler and Bam. Hero and Nunn, they're a little too inconsistent. Like, I never know which one it's going to be that gets there. Obviously, Dragic is out, so their minutes are secure, but it's hard for me to tell who it's going to be between those two. So I'm just going to stick with Bam and Butler. It is a good matchup here, I think. The over-under isn't great. It's only at 217. They're implied to score 110. So it's not a great game environment, but Butler's my guy here. Like he does a little bit of everything for them.
Yeah. We got Marvin Bagley on the questionable tag still. Just updated with the NBA injury report. We got Tucker out today, Chris, for Houston. Wendell Carter playing today. Eric Gordon also out for Houston, and Holmes still
Eric
questionable.
Gordon is out?
Yeah, we got Tucker and Eric Gordon out for Houston.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is that? I don't see it.
Let me double check. I think it's on the injury report, no?
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, we got for the Houston side, we got PJ Tucker out, illness/injury, left quad contusion, and then Eric Gordon, he's out as well, right groin soreness.
Wow. So yeah, like Stadio Wizzy says, Wall's going for 70. Yeah, I mean, just makes me more interested in Wall here. I would probably change my overall play on FanDuel from Harden to Wall now. But yeah, that's pretty big news there. We'll have to see who they start. Maybe Sterling Brown will pop now a little bit. We'll see who they start at the 2 guard and even the 4. I think Tucker has Tucker been starting?
I
think so.
I think doesn't he always usually start for them?
I'm not sure this season.
Yeah, I think I always say Tucker starting for them. I always say Tate Tucker. But yeah, like the projected starters, we had Wall, Gordon, Tate, Tucker, and Cousins. So right now it's just of those, it's Cousins, Tate, and Wall. So 2 guys out from the projected starters. How many guys do they have left? Do you know?
They're pretty deep. Like they probably still have like 12 guys, maybe 10 guys. They have Benny Mack, Kuruks. They're usually not in the rotation, but they're active, so they still have enough guys.
Yeah. Also, Holmes questionable. Chris mentioned that one, but see. Dinda says Chris should get Juju to teach him TikTok dance.
Juju to teach me the TikTok dances? Yeah, I'll get on the football field. Maybe do some TikToks on the logos.
Dakota says Whiteside gonna be that Swan meme tonight, huh? With Holmes questionable.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I don't see the injury report on the NBA official. I can't find this Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker thing. Do you have a link or something?
Yeah. Why can't I send links here? Do I have to be like a moderator? Can you moderate me?
Yeah, let me do that. You typed earlier, right?
Yeah. I'll just type again. Hi.
Henry says RJ Barrett. I'm okay with him. I think there's better options in this game. I made you a mod. I mean, not in this game, on this slate. I think there's better options, but if you land there, I don't mind it.
Do you see the link now?
No, I don't. Can you send it again?
No.
No. Can you put it in the Discord, maybe?
Can I just take out the URL?
Is this some super secret news? Because I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah, it is secret. I can send it to you on Slack. Here. There you go. You don't trust my injury report? What if I got it wrong? I got it. Maybe it's because I got it before Fantasy Labs, Chris. You don't even trust me.
No. I wasn't just looking at Fantasy Labs. I was looking at just all of Twitter. And then I was looking at the official injury report, and it wasn't out yet on the site. But yeah, clearly I see it now.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit faster, Chris, than the other sources. I am the main source of truth for the injury reports.
Yeah. Dakota says Gary Bomb. No more Woj Bomb. Now it's Gary Bomb.
Woj Bomb, yeah. I love the Woj bombs. But yeah, it's not easy being the main source here, guys. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff you got to process.
Gary Grenade.
Lots of parsing here. Staley says, "Damn, what news outlet is Gary on?" I am the news outlet.
You have the insider info.
I am the insider as well. Like, the insider info is me.
I wish we got that later then. Maybe like right after lock, we had it right before. That would have been nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you ready to get into the three pillars here on DraftKings, Chris?
Yeah, so I'll go with John Wall as my main guy there.
Okay, got Wall in. Value play, who do you have?
Value play, maybe someone like Jayshawn Tate. We'll have to see who starts for them at the two guard. That'll be interesting.
Okay, and then tournament play, the one that's going to ship the tournaments here, Chris. Who's that?
I'm gonna go with Fox again here as well. I don't think most people. I mean, like most people will go to John Wall, Kyrie Irving at point guard. I think those guys are going to be more chalky. So I do like De'Aaron Fox a lot here as well on DK.
Yeah. Alex here says, can you tell Wall to drop 80 tonight?
Yeah, maybe we can get Stadia to Wizzy to tell Wall to drop 80.
But the thing is with Wall, he's going to be pretty chalky, especially in cash games. So if he drops 0 or 80, it's probably like in terms of breaking even or profit, it's probably not too big of an impact there. For tournaments, I guess that's nice. You don't want to get a guy who's a dud, but he's like a chalky play, so it's not too important, right, Chris?
Yeah, in cash games, it probably won't matter too much. Like I think he's going to be like 90% owned, maybe 85% in 50-50s. But yeah, I still really like him here.
Yeah. Charlie Cole says, no like goal today. Yeah, we have one. 30 likes. We'll do the giveaway. Every 5, we'll do another one. So we do have that today. It's just not pinned in.
I think we're pretty close.
Yeah, it's just not pinned in the, what's it called, YouTube chat. But we are doing it. And then Dinda says, Garry may be a mole, secret spy here. You never know, guys. You'll never know as well. But yeah, let's go do the core plays, Chris. FanDuel first. Who do you have?
We could start with John Wall here for 7.7K. I think that's a pretty easy play in my opinion. Next up, we can go with James Harden for 10.6K.
Oh,
I had him as my favorite play earlier.
We just have, for Houston, we have David Nwaba starting.
David Nwaba and Danwell House. I think they're probably going to be interesting now. Maybe more on House. I just want to see Nwaba's price tag 4.4. He's point guard on FanDuel. And then on DK, Nwaba 3.6, shooting guard, small forward. So I think Nwaba is going to be more interesting on DK. House 4.3 on DK, 4.2 on FanDuel. I think he's going to be popular on both sites. But yeah, it's good to know. It's good to know right now.
Okay. So yeah, John Wall, Chris, first core play here. Charlie Cole says just hit 30. That's good. Nice and early today. So every 5 after that, we'll do another giveaway. So 35 is the next target. Then we'll do 2 weekly pass giveaways. But yeah, second core play, Chris, who do you have?
Yeah, and I just want to say we can start it now. So if you want to enter the giveaway, just type anything now. We'll get the messages after Charlie Cole said just hit 30. Next core play here, I'll go with James Harden. I don't think you put him in yet.
Okay.
Yeah, Harden, and then we can put Lou Will in here. I think he's. I was kind of. I think this is why Brandon was laughing. I was kind of saying, I don't know about Lou Will, and then projections changed to go all over him. So now I'm locking him in. Whatever. Let's go with Nerlens Noel next. 4.8K here. And then last piece, we can go with DeMarcus Cousins for 6.1.
Okay. Let's hit build, see what we get. You know, Chris, remember how you always used to ask, like, am I changing my projections or something? Because, like, I got different lineups. I just realized the other day I had my randomness at 1.
Really?
Yeah. So I think that was the problem there. I've been going over them with randomness at 1. So you didn't see it because, like, you look at 1 and you think it's default, like everything else is 1, but yeah, that was the problem there. But
it probably didn't change too much. Maybe the number was a little different, but in terms of the build, it was probably, I think it was the same most times.
Yeah, most times. But sometimes they're pretty tight here. Like, I don't know, if you look at the differences, it could put one up higher, like, I don't know, 0.71 versus 0.91. But yeah, which ones do you like here, Chris? First 2, like always?
Yeah, we can get the first one, and then let's get the third one as well. Not the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have John Wall on both, obviously. Different point guard, and then shooting guards are the same. Harden and Williams. Small forward is the same with Joe Ingles. I talked about him when I went over the Jazz. He's kind of the main ball handler with the starting unit, initiates the offense there with Conley out. And then power forward and center is all the same with our locks. So we have a 2v2. Kyrie and House versus Reggie Jackson and Jimmy Butler. This one's very simple for me. We got news the House is starting. We get Kyrie against the Kings here with no KD. It's easily the first side here.
Easily. Yeah, I think I like the first side as well. 2v2 looks better. Okay. Let's see what we got in the chat here. FanDuel still has quarter tournament 20 max from Rondo. Angry emote. Yeah, like I said, I feel like it's because they wanted like they already had two low stakes 150 tournaments. They didn't have like a 20 entry low stake one, so maybe that's why they did that. Like I'm really not sure. Like, would you rather have the low stakes because they didn't have the piggy bank one always before? I think that's like 2 seasons old. So I'm not sure. Like, would you prefer the 25 cent or the 5 cent as the low stakes 150 max? If you had to pick between one, or do you just want like 2 low stakes one?
I don't know. They probably changed it just so it's like a low, like everyone can max it out. Because obviously, if you're not maxing out a tournament with your entries, it's kind of negative EV. So you're kind of behind the field if you don't have if you're not maxing the tournament. So I mean, I think they kind of have it now. So it's, what is it, 25 cents times 20.
Yeah,
So $5, $5 to max it. And then the 5 cent one is $7.50 to max it. So they probably wanted it to be around that like $5 to $10 range to max it instead of, what was it, $37.50 before with the 150 max.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they probably wanted it just to be a little cheaper.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, it kind of makes sense because like having 2 low stakes 150 is kind of strange. Most people I think just entered the same in both. Like if you're doing the 37.50, why wouldn't you do the 7.50 one with the same entries? So like I guess if there's a complaint for me, it would be maybe up the prize pool of the 5 cent one, maybe up the entry fee a bit, maybe 15 cents, 10 cents, I don't know, but something like that. Maybe that would be the better fix. But yeah, I think 2 150 low stakes one was kind of annoying actually. Maybe just up the entry of both a bit. But yeah, what else? We got 37 out of 40, so maybe we'll get to 40. Maybe we'll do 3 giveaways. If we get to 45, that'll be 4 giveaways. 3, 4, yeah. 4.
Shout out to Rondo. He's going crazy on Twitter right now. Yeah, getting us all this.
Yeah, he's going crazy on Twitter. Got a question here. What time is the giveaway? After the core plays here, we'll start doing them. So we'll just go over the roster construction. Keiju says Opto for me on FanDuel has Jarrett Allen.
Yeah, so we made some locks, so that's why it's different. We added my core plays.
Yeah, we have let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locks, so that's probably why it's a bit different.
We're not allowed to just run pure optimals with no changes on this show, so that's why we do the locks.
Yep. Trigger says Steph Curry tournament play of the day for him. Ghosty updating the like counter there, but yeah, first core play, Chris, on DK. Who do you have?
Let's go with John Wall here as well. Yeah, just I love the spot for John Wall.
Okay, next up, Noel.
Noel, no, not Noel. We can go with DeMarcus Cousins, 6'2" here. Really like the matchup against the Wizards, so I'm on Cousins as well here.
Okay, next up, who is it? Kyrie? Jarrett Allen?
No, not Kyrie. Let's go with, yeah, so DK construction is a little different. It's not just plug and play the high point per dollar guys. Let's go with Serge Ibaka here, even though he's the second highest, but yeah, he's 5K.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him as a lock.
Was there a fourth one?
We can go Jayshawn Tate. Yeah, this is cash game lock, so yeah, we can add Jayshawn Tate here.
Fifth one or no?
We got the 3 Wizards. I mean, not Wizards. We got the 3 Rockets, and they're pretty depleted against the Wizards, so I mean, it makes sense in cash games.
Yeah, Mighty Mole here says Eric Gordon out. Yeah, we have Gordon out and Tucker out for Houston. Rondo says, when are you guys announcing the winner for the giveaway in 15 minutes? Probably more like 5?
2 minutes,
2?
5 minutes,
Yeah.
2 to 5 minutes. Yeah.
Do it. Yeah, you can do it in 4 minutes. Whatever. 2:50 Pacific. What is that? 5:50 PS Eastern. I think. But yeah, which ones do you like here, Chris?
Yeah. So we can take a look at the first one with Sabonis, and then the second one, actually the third one, sorry, with Kyrie, Randall, and Kennard.
Okay. Before we do that, Chris, question from Stadia says, what do you do with the Rockets guys? Sterling Brown, Daniel House now?
Sterling Brown, Dan Wellhouse. No, so we got news that it's not Sterling Brown starting, so I'm interested in House. Tate bumps up a little bit as well without Tucker there. Nawaba on DK is interesting, but I think House is the main like random guy on the Rockets on FanDuel.
Okay. Trigger refuses to play Cousins there, Chris. Charlie
Yeah,
says,
I
is
don't mind.
Sabonis too expensive on FanDuel?
Sabonis, yeah, 9.6, a little too expensive, but definitely in tournaments it's viable. Like I still think it's priced fairly for what he does.
Yeah. But yeah, here's the 3v3 highlighted for you between these two, Chris. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so we have all these locks except for Reggie Jackson in the same team. So Reggie Jackson 4-9. I'm completely good with that play on both teams, and then we have the 3v3 Lou Will, Sabonis, Wiggins versus Kyrie, Randall, and Kennard. Um, yeah, this one's pretty close, but I think it's the second side. Honestly, I love Kyrie tonight. Yeah, I think 9K is too cheap for him. I like Randall a lot as well. This one's kind of close. I'm probably leaning the second side right now, but it's definitely close. I wouldn't blame anyone if they like the first side with Lou Will more.
Yep. Some comments here. Espo says ran out of money to play cash. So y'all can up your ante on the plays tonight. Opto's guaranteed tonight. Usually how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, seems like it.
But yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Al Smith's getting excited for the giveaway for the plays here. Top 3 pay-ups on FanDuel, Chris, from Al Smith.
So I'll say John Wall, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, De'Aaron Fox. But he said top 3, so I'll say Wall, Irving, and Harden.
Okay. Let's jump into the giveaway then. I think we're ready to do it. Should we put a timer up, Chris?
Yeah, we can put like a 60-second timer. Then we could do the list, right?
Yeah. Let's go. Start adding people to the list here. I think we have 18. I see 18 here, so that's quite a bit.
Yeah, so we got, after Charlie Cole said it, he said we have Anfer, Alex, Speed Racer, Dakota, Ghosty, Adam Foster, Royal King, KJ, F. Dinda, Trigga, Mighty Mole, Stadia Wizzy, Charlie, Al Smith, Espo. I think that's pretty much everyone, right?
Yeah. Charlie Cole says, wow, someone disliked. What do you make of that one, Chris?
I mean, it is what it is.
Some controversial takes here. Maybe a play someone didn't like a play. Could be. You never know.
How many are we doing, by the way?
What are we at? Let's see. We are at 41, so 3 giveaways. Yeah, your boy Brandon was the dislike, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know. He always dislikes it for some reason.
Let's see. Yeah, 40. I'll update the list just now. So cutoff time is there. Should be it there. Everyone in here, Chris?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we'll do 3. Just cap it off there. Okay.
Announcement: who wins tonight, Rockets or Wizards? I'll say the Rockets. Like, John Wall has a lot to, I don't know, maybe not prove. Actually, I'll just say he has a lot to prove here. I don't know. I just love this spot for him.
Okay, let's do the first spin here. Try to predict it, Chris. I'm gonna go with Mighty Mole. Nope. Oh, pretty good at this, hey?
Yeah, are you rigging it?
I'm just turning my head and seeing where I think it's gonna land. Yeah, I can't rig it. My hands are free. They're not on the keyboard or the mouse. Huh?
We got 2 more, right?
Yeah, 2 more. Remove Mighty Mole here. Let's go again.
Drum roll.
Oh,
Charlie Cole.
nice.
Nice.
Almost had it from Al Smith. Last one here. Let's see. Where's
Brandon says he wasn't in the giveaway. He's right there on the left with the upside down name in the red.
right here?
Yeah, now he's in the blue. Okay, so we got 1 more.
Yep. Let's see. It's gonna be Trigger. No, maybe.
Al Smith.
Nice. Wait, Al's the guy. He won it at the start, right?
Did he?
I think he wanted to like the video 30 times.
He won it at the start.
No, yeah, he wanted to like the video 30 times. He wanted to win the giveaway. That's nice.
We got Mighty Mole, Charlie, and Al Smith.
Yeah.
So I think Charlie's a member. So just DM Garry on Discord, and he'll get that for you. And then Mighty Mole and Al Smith, I guess you can go over how to make the account.
Yeah, just go dfscrunch.com. Here, then click join here, and then once it loads, not sure what's going on. Oh, whoops. Yeah, once it loads here, just put in your email, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. Well, I mean, put your real email there. Sign up like that, and then when you get to the payment page here, just don't enter anything, and then send us either a DM on Twitter if you don't want to type your email here on YouTube, or you can just send it on YouTube, your email, and then we'll upgrade you there and join our Discord as well, and then we'll also upgrade you in the Discord. Then all you do is just once we confirm it's upgraded, just refresh your page and you should be totally fine. So that's how you do it. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Anything else, Chris?
Yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow if we obviously get the like threshold. But yeah, make sure you DM us DFS Crunch on Twitter, or you can do it in here, or you can put your email in here and let us know, and we'll get that settled for you.
Yep. Charlie Cool says Garry with 2 R's. That's me. Yep. Yeah. Congrats to the winners, guys. Hopefully get a few spins tomorrow. I like doing them. I had 3 today, so that's pretty fun. Back on track with Rondo, killing it on Twitter, going crazy like Chris said. But yeah, let's wrap it up here, Chris. Any news that we need to know about leading up to lock? Anything big here that's kind of up in the air still?
Yeah, Joel Embiid questionable, and then we have the Kings guys with Bagley and Holmes. We'll probably get a Whiteside day if both of those guys are out, but I think one of them, or at least one of the 2, will play. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for that stuff.
Okay. And then, yeah, guys, as always, if you didn't win the giveaway, you want to try out the optimizer we've been using here throughout the show, play around with our projections, ownership, or fantasy point. DFScrunch.com is the place to go. New members here get 3 days for free, part of a 3-day free trial. Automatically applied, no code or anything required. So you can just sign up there monthly or weekly, put in your payment info, and then you won't be charged until after the 3rd day, so 72 hours. So you can cancel anytime before then, and you won't be charged at all. So if you just want to try it out, just do that. There's lots of sports here, NBA, lots of different slates, showdown slates, FanDuel, DraftKings, got it all here. So definitely check that out. And I think that's it for that. YouTube-wise, thumbs up as well. Always appreciate that. Giveaway or no giveaway. And subscribe if you like the content, if it was helpful today. We do the show every single day, so if you enjoyed the format here, if it helps you out today, definitely do that. Hit the bell button, hit all. We do it every single day. Don't miss a day here. Weekends, holidays, Christmas, birthdays, sick days, doesn't matter. Every day here. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in as always, guys. Thanks for the chat. Appreciate that.
We got one thing I want to show. We can go to soccer. I think Aiden was in the, or Rondo was in the takedown range for soccer. He wants us to show it.
FanDuel?
Yeah, FanDuel soccer. I think it was the 5-cent one.
Today's main?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so let's go to 5-cent. I mean, he's been in the top 10 a lot recently in all sports, so he's definitely getting close. I mean, obviously it's not a big dollar amount, but it's still impressive. 7th and 10th out of 8,500 people. So yeah, that's good to see right there.
Yep. I mean, with proper bankroll management, results here translate to the higher stakes ones as well, I think, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the result here is impressive either way. So that's awesome. 2-game slate here. I don't know much about soccer, but yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, guys, thanks.
Let's show the Discord success with the other EPL thing. Yeah, T Pro there. Shout out to T Pro and Rondo.
Yep. Oh yeah, DK here. That's awesome. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in as always. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We'll be in the Discord here updating any core plays if there's news that comes out leading up to lock and after lock. And yeah, as always, guys, good luck and see you all tomorrow.